Hey, welcome to Raw, Real, and Uncut with Dr. Saacha Spade, everybody. Glad to be here. Glad to see you. Glad for another opportunity to get this thing called life a little more fine tuned and aligned with who I truly am. And I'm thankful to be connected to people who are focused on doing the same thing. It's funny enough, I was where I always get my inspiration taking a shower. And it's been a minute since I did the last episode. I was intentionally wanting to do them every day, but the way my life is set up, the way that my mind is set up, I only want to talk when I really have something to say. That might not be every day. So sometimes we get caught up in being consistent instead of what we're doing being meaningful, because you can continue to do something every single day in the name of being consistent. But if your consistency, the actions of your consistency are not purposeful, then you find yourself on autopilot just doing things just because you feel like you should. And so with that being said, I want to be consistent at doing this. But I also know that I don't want to just jump on here and say stuff just to be saying it. I want this to be impactful to your life just like it is to mine. And so, again, thank you for coming in and rocking with me. Um, this message today is about the 1%. When we hear that term, the 1%, immediately, majority of us think about the 1% in the financial bracket that have all the money, have all the control in this matrix. And those that are the ones that have seemingly unlimited access to as much financial power and wherewithal as they need. Um, and so we think about that when we say the 1%, but I'm not talking about that 1%. One of the things about this, let me just say this right quick. One of the things about Robert and Uncut you're going to find is that I'm going to be dealing with stuff on a whole nother level, a whole nother mental level, a whole nother soul level, a whole nother spiritual level, because everything in this reality is spirit based. Even mass originates in the unseen with a thought. And so the reason why I deal with metaphysics is because it is about the unseen. It is about the origin of the thing that has manifested. That's where the solutions are. You can't solve a problem in matter with matter. You have to use something from the unmanifested world to resolve on a higher dimension, higher vibration, to resolve something that has materialized as matter, because matter is very dense and heavy and slow moving. And so that's why in this 3D reality, this third dimension reality, everything is so slow. We are a process in motion. And because we are a process in motion, there's time. The world needs to spin, the earth needs to spin, the matrix is spinning, and then some of us are really dizzy by it because we don't understand what is going on right here in this place where we are. We haven't stopped to ask those questions as why specific things are designed to be a specific way for this reality. And so anyway, I said all that to say I'm going to be diving into things that you won't hear anybody else talking about. I can pretty much assure you of that. And to avoid talking about other people, I'm always going to talk about myself when it comes to using the example. And so I'm going to be wholeheartedly transparent. I'm not going to hold anything back. And, that's good, bad, or indifferent. And so I hope that's okay with you. All right. So today we're going to talk about the 1%. Like I said, the 1% is not those that have financial wherewithal, not the ones that are in control of this reality. But the 1% that I'm speaking of are the 1% of kingdom kids who actually awaken in this reality. The 1% of kingdom kids who actually wake up, who actually wake up. Those kids have a specific trait that is unlike the other 99%. And this message is going to be really edgy, and some people may be offended, you know. But like with all things truth, it is what it is. I don't have any control over who gets offended. I ain't worried about that. It's not my intention to offend you. You know, it's just my intention to lay it out here. You could take it, you could leave it, you could do something with it. It's all on you. You know, chew the meat, spit out the bones. If you don't feel like it's applicable to you, don't worry about it. But someone on here I know it's applicable to, and I'm going to address it. So the 1% has specific traits that the other 99% do not have. And that trait is not fitting in. That trait is feeling out of place, feeling like a misfit, not being comfortable. In other words, the black sheep. The black sheep. The ones that are ostracized, the ones that are different on every level. Can't fit into the program, can't fit into the status quo, have a different line of thinking that is often misinterpreted by the majority. So this is for black sheep. This message today is for black sheep because you could be made to feel that something is wrong with you as a black sheep when you don't fit into this reality. But the reality of it is something is right with you. Something is really right with you. You're a reject. You're a reject from this fear-based illusion. You're a reject. So I'm going to be dealing with the scriptures today on this because I was like, there's certain things in the Bible that have been addressed to identify those that are considered to be black sheep. Okay? And it's like a dream within a dream within a dream, a 1% within a 1% within a 1%. Now, everybody that's here on this planet is a black sheep. From the spiritual level, everybody on this planet is a black sheep. Everybody on this planet is lost, thinks different than those that did not make the choice to come here. Everybody here chose to be here. We all had a choice. We all took advantage of that choice. And I'm going to be using the scripture to validate that, as well as to continue to unfold from the spiritual realm down to the physical realm, the metaphysical and into the physical, because as above, so below, as within, so without. Everything is dual, everything is a mirror, and everything has a shadow. Light has a shadow, okay? So we are light, so we all have a shadow side. We're made in the image of God. God also has a shadow side, okay? So we're going to talk about that. You being here, just everybody, period, on this planet, okay, let's start there, is a black sheep, meaning that we all chose to be here. We all chose to be here because we all wanted to experience reality from a perspective of being separate from our source, leaving our home, walking away to go on the journey of the soul, to come and find ourselves, to come and see what it would be like to have to earn, to come and see what it would be like to not have the power of being the light being that we are, but being separated, an appearance of being separated from our source creator, an appearance of being separated from our source creator, an appearance of having an experience where we live in a reality based on as an individual, as if it's just us, encapsulated, planted in the earth as a seed to grow. So everybody that is materialized in this reality is a black sheep because we all chose to come here. Now, some of us chose to come here to help others remember that we are dreaming. And then some of us here came because we wanted to experience this. We wanted to experience it. And so in the Bible, Luke 15 talks about, let's see, first it talks about the sheep, the lost sheep, then it talks about the lost coin, and then it talks about the lost son. So the whole chapter of Luke 15 talks about valuable things that have been lost, valuable property that has been lost, and within that loss, how the owner of that property was willing to shut everything down, leave those that did not have that trait of wanting to experience this reality without them, without him. And I'm using him as a generic term for our source. It's not gender though. And come and experience this without our source being present to rely on, seemingly. And so in the parable with the lost sheep wandered off. And the scripture says that the owner left the 99 to go look for that 1%. So out of 100, 99 chose to stay, one chose to wander off and go venture. And the owner went looking for that 1%. Then you have the coin. Sweeping the house looking for that coin that's lost. But when you find it, celebration is on and popping because it's of high extreme value. And I can't just leave it lost like that. I have to return it back. I have to get back control over it. It has to come back into my possession because I love it. I value it. It's priceless. I can't replace it. And then the last one is the most elaborate. That one is the one about the prodigal son. And we, majority of us have heard the parable of the prodigal son. Two sons, one of them decides, give me what's mine and let me go and experience life away from here. Let me go and live it up. Let me go have a good time outside of your presence, outside of your control. I make my decisions. I do what I want to do with what I have. I'll be back one day. I'll be back one day. And then the son gets out there, does all of these things, and realizes it says he came to his senses, meaning he awakened. And he realized this ain't it. I had it way better than this. The servants that ain't even considered to be a son have it way better than how I'm living right now. So I could just go back and say, I don't even want to be worthy to be identified as your son anymore. To the father, I can go back and just tell my dad, look, I know I messed up. Just let me work for you, because even working for you is better than what is going on in my life right now. But to his surprise, when he got back, the father saw him coming and was celebrating the fact that the son that chose to venture off awakened to remember who he truly was and decided that returning back home was better. Came back, risked it all, gave him everything that he needed for the journey, knew that there was a chance that he may not make it. He may get out there and get stuck, but was grateful that he came to his senses. He awakened. He awakened and decided to come back. So that's everybody that's here. That's everybody that's here in this reality. That's everybody that's here. We all chose to come here to experience this. What life would appear to be on our own. And so within that, you have some that have come here and totally gotten absorbed with this illusion. The odd thing about that is that a lot of these people that have gotten absorbed with this illusion are religious. They have gotten absorbed with this reality and are torn between this is not real, this is real. Read scriptures such as be in the world but not of the world, talking about being a traveler passing through, talking about heaven being their home. You know, but are absorbed with this illusion. So within the 1% who come here from out of the portals of eternity, the daring ones, the ones that want to venture off and experience this reality as if they're separate from their source, have been given everything, their inheritance, to come here and survive and live and be provided for. And then one day find themselves in a situation where they awaken, they're triggered to awaken to their true identity, which is divinity, and decide, I'm going to consciously make my way back home, because making my way back home, this is nothing compared to what I got, for real. This right here is nothing compared to what I have, for real. So I'm not going to get caught up in this illusion. I came out here, I've partied, I've kicked it, I've enjoyed myself. I'm having a human experience. I'm able to taste this, eat that, go here, drink that, smoke that, be with this person, engage in this activity, get this job, make this career, put this money over here, make this money over there, have this relationship, and at the end of the day, none of this is better than what I got back home. None of it. None of it. So that's everybody here forgetting that they chose to be here. Just found themselves here and don't really remember making that choice to be here, thinking that there's a higher power that put them here, without their own consent. Everything is free will. So when you're hearing this reality and you're talking about you have free will, God ain't gonna make you do nothing. As above, so below. We're not forced to do anything that we do not want to do, because that would be against universal law. That would be against the way of the cosmos, the galaxies, and the whole entire universe, multi-dimensions, is created. Willing participants, willing. And so none of us are here because we don't want to be. We all chose to be. And we're writing this reality as creators of this experience, made in the image and likeness of God. And so we came from out of the portals of eternity into time. 1%. 1%. Who said, I'll go. Send me. I want to go into that reality. I want to go there. Whether it was to help other people. Hold on 1 second, please. Y'all know I got my grandbabies. Hold on. All right, so we had that 1% that came here. And I was in the flow, but I got thrown off a little bit, so I'm going to try to pick back up. But you have that 1% that came here and left the portals of eternity to come into time and to venture off. And so that's us. That's all us, manifestation, daughters and sons of the Most High that have come here into this reality. And so if you're here, you're destined to be found. You're considered lost, that means you're destined to be found. You're destined to be found. And so you have the sheep that the owner purposely left the 99 to come and find. Then you have the coin that the owner swept the premises until she found it. And then you have the son. The father was waiting, knew the son was going to make it back, just didn't know when, just didn't know how. But knew, hoped and prayed that the son came back once, if he didn't do right by everything that he had given him, because of free will, respecting his wishes. You want to go venture off, I'm not going to hold you here. In fact, I'm going to make sure that you have everything that you need that technically I shouldn't be giving to you right now, but I'm going to give it to you anyway because I respect your choice. I respect your free will. I'm going to allow you to go and venture and see. And do. And so all of us here fall into that category. On a spiritual level. It talks about, also in that scripture, heaven rejoicing over the return of that one sinner. Now, the misconception about sin is that it's acts, things doing, smoking, drinking, cussing, adultery, fornication. of. But the root of sin is separation from God. Having an interpretation or perspective that you are separate from God causes those acts because you put yourselves in situations where you allow your lower nature, the part of you that feels separate, the part of you that is connected to your individuality, the illusion of individuality based on senses and procreating more flesh beings into the earth and then into this reality, and then also stimulating your individuality is the lower nature. And so the lower nature is fed and gives you the sense of being separate because you are experiencing this by yourself. So when you're having sex, although you have a partner, your partner does not feel the same way that you feel. And so that lower nature is where all of that dwells. The lower nature is where all of that dwells. And in that lower nature, that's where you have your sense of being separate. So sin is the perspective that you are separate from God, which is why Christ was sinless. Because Christhood makes you aware that you are one with your source. Sorry, that's my dog. Makes you aware that you're one with your source. That's how you obtain Christhood, by knowing that you are one with God. So when you know that you are one with God, you embody your higher nature, and you don't allow the lower nature to master you. Okay. So in the discovery of the sheep, the coin, and the sun, it all talks about repenting. It all talks about the sinner repenting, meaning the individual who thought that he was separate from his source, waking up to the realization that he's not, and being able to return back to the truth of who he is. The truth of who he is, which is divinity. Divinity is our identity. The black sheep on a mass level, everybody here being a black sheep. It's no guarantee that you're going to get right back home. No telling how long you're going to be in this illusion. But eventually, you're going to wake up. It may not be this time, maybe the next time, because we're in eternity and we're inside of time. It just goes on and on and on. There is no end to this. So, within this 100% of 1% black sheep, you have another 1% of black sheep who know they don't fit. When they came through the birth canal and they started the program here, they couldn't conform to this reality. They know that this is not it. That's the deeper manifestation of the 1% within the 1%. People that don't fit into nothing, don't fit into church, they don't fit into family, they don't fit into school, they don't fit into traditional relationships. Everything about this matrix, they don't fit into it. That's me. There's a high probability that that's you too if you're still watching this. matter what you do, everybody go right, you go this way. Everybody think this, you think that. Everybody see that, you see that. Everybody's perspective is this, yours is that. It does not fit. It does not fit into the illusion of the programs that are running. Those are the ones that have the high probability of not returning to do this again. Because within that experience of being a black sheep, you come to yourself. In fact, you come to yourself rapidly. In fact, there may not have never been a time where you did not know something went right. So you came to yourself while coming through here, realizing, waking up here. And within those black sheep, we have problems within the illusion because the other black sheep have forgotten that they're black sheep and are trying to conform to the illusion, and we can't conform, and so they are looking at us like something is wrong with us, and we are looking at them like something is wrong with them because they believe in something that we know at the core is not real. So they're caught up in religion, they're caught up in materialism, they're caught up in all of these things of the world. And then we'll turn around and quote scripture as if they truly know who they are and what they represent, and that this is not it for us. We have way better waiting for us. Yes, we can enjoy this experience, but this ain't it. We're not stuck, caught up, attached. Now, only one of those stories in Luke 15 addressed the attitude of the people that didn't wander off. And that was the last one with the son, because there were two sons. One of them ventured off. The father gave him what he needed to go and do his thing. The other one stayed home. Stayed home. The probability that that one stayed home was rooted in comfort, fear, not being a risk taker, but just wanting to do just enough to say that they live without going outside of the boundaries of being a risk taker or trying something that wasn't a part of the program. And that one son that stayed behind had a problem with the father for celebrating the one that wandered off. Like, hey, I've been here. You ain't never celebrated me, but you happy that this individual is back? You willing to do all of this for them? And the father is like, everything I got, you already got it because you're here. This one went and decided to do something else. So I'm happy that he has returned. I'm happy he's a risk taker. He's a risk taker. He's a part of me. You are one part of me. This is the other part of me. If I didn't have responsibilities, I would have wandered off too. I would have probably did what he did. So I understand wanting to change. Those are the black sheep, the 1% within the 1%. And the people that stay behind have a subconscious attitude with you. So if you are someone that, say for instance myself, I will just speak of myself. I left home at a very early age. First time I left, I think I was 16, no, 15, getting ready to be 17. And then, right before I turned 18, I left again. For good. Now, of course, people are going to have their opinion. For me, I needed to find myself. I needed to find myself. I did not fit, and I did not feel as if I fit. So for me, I needed to go and find where I fit. It all came down to fitting within and being comfortable within yourself, accepting yourself. But I had to go on a journey to come to my senses and realize who I truly am, not who I was programmed to be. I am who God created me to be. So let me go and venture and find and discover that. The people that are left behind or the ones that choose to stay have a subconscious attitude or punish you for not being there. They don't mean to, they're not intending to, but they just do it. Because they're looking at you like, oh, you went and did this, did that, and now you back, blah, blah. I've been here the whole time. Okay, you've been here. But the purpose on my life is different than your purpose. And my purpose required me to venture off. I'm destined to wake up in this reality and not have to experience this again. So, of course, I'm going to go left because I'm not coming back here again to do this. I'm going to start making my transition to get back to my home. So if you're a black sheep, if you're a misfit, if you're an outcast, it's not that you don't want to fit in, you just can't fit in. There's something about this that does not resonate with you on a soul level. You can't fix it. You can't fix it because you didn't break it. So if people around you are punishing you because you go left when they go right, you can't take that personally anymore because it's not destined for them to get it right now. You got it. You may not have it all figured out, but you know that this ain't it. You know that you don't fit into that. You know that something about this just is not natural to you. So you're not purposely trying to be rebellious and just go against what everybody says. On a soul level, you were created that way. It's your turn. It's your time to start your journey back home. But you had to awaken. You have to awaken and come to your senses and accept that. Black sheep is not a bad thing. Being a black sheep is not a curse. It may not feel good. It's very lonely at times because you don't find, it's hard to find relationships and things like that. It's hard to find someone that understands you when you don't think with like everybody else. It's hard to find someone challenging, to find someone to deal with you when everybody want to go right and you don't want to go right. That means you have to find a mate that also is on that same journey as you. You have to be connected with someone that has that same perspective to not be a part of all that. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work. Can two walk together unless they agree? No. You will be unequally yoked with someone who is programmed. Like I can't get with someone that's programmed that God is somewhere up in the sky. Because eventually, in one of our conversations, I'm going to represent the truth of what I have come to know. It's not going to be the same as what they know or feel. And that's going to be a barrier because it's a spiritual thing. So if you expected me to go to church with you 3 times a day and to go to revival with you and to do all of these traditional things, I'm not going to participate because that's not how I see the world anymore. That's not how I see my relationship with God. So as a black sheep, it's very, very difficult to fit into every aspect because you got to find somebody You know, you have to be connected to somebody. I ain't gonna say fine, but yeah, you got to be connected to someone that has that out the box thinking. The majority of people are chasing money and chasing material things and caught up in things that really don't even matter at the end of the day. And on a soul level, they are distraught and tore up and in the dark because they're a black sheep who can't remember who they truly are. So they're trying to be a dumb sheep, a white sheep, someone that's just comfortable in the fold, not gonna ask no questions, not gonna look for a gate open, not going to even care. Probably didn't even notice that the other sheep was gone. And if it did, probably had a problem with it leaving. How dare you venture out here? We're supposed to stay here safe and comfortable. We got everything good here. Why would you leave this? Why would you go venture off and do something else? You got it good here. You ungrateful. You this, you that. You rebellious. You don't respect authority. You don't understand the value of family. You don't understand that you're supposed to stay put and do what's expected of you instead of finding yourself. You're supposed to be at peace with us even though you're at war with yourself, as Nipsey would put it. I would rather be at peace with myself and at war with the world than at peace with the world and at war with myself. That's Nipsey Hussle. And I agree. So the 99 or the son, other son, who can be representative of anybody. It doesn't have to just be your brother. It could be your friends. It could be your mother. It could be your family, your extended family, whoever, cousins, whatever, can have a problem with you because you chose to go. They decided to stay. You're celebrated and doing good even though you went off and gave the appearance of someone who didn't value home, didn't value what was being provided for you. And now that you're returning, you got it just as good as they got it. They don't understand that. They feel that you should be punished on some level for venturing off. And so listen, if you're a black sheep, consider to be, you are amazing. We're all black sheep. We're all black sheep. We've all come into this reality. We've all left our true nature and come into a big masquerade party and being in disguise as something else, wanting to experience this behind the skin as this individual with an appearance that we are separate from our source. So if you're here, I applaud you because you made that choice to come and venture, and you are a risk taker. You just don't remember it. You're a risk taker who has come into an atmosphere of fear and control and powered yourself down to get attached to something that on a soul level is not real and originates in the spirit and is a shadow of true reality. Even this reality it only reveals 1% of what's in existence. So the real 1% are those of us that are here. And then within that 1% is another 1% of those that are here to do something different, to help awaken the remainder of that 1% who has gotten attached to this illusion. Quit beating yourself up and letting people punish you for being the black sheep and being separate and not being able to conform because you were created that way on purpose. You can't hold a job, it's probably because You're meant to be an entrepreneur. You're meant to own your own business. You know, you've gotten in trouble, whatever the case is. It's not because you can't be a law abiding citizen. It's because something on a soul level is not resonating with you in this reality. Something is off. And I'm not talking about, people that are just, out here committing heinous crimes and no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that make mistakes that are catching cases because they're trying to figure out, they're trying to provide for themselves, they're trying to figure out what to do because something doesn't resonate with them. You are so much more than this. We all are. Some of us remember and some of us don't. And so to those that are black sheep, within the black sheep, I applaud you for not conforming. Now it's just about figuring out your purpose and living that because you have a whole tribe of people that are depending on you to take it to the next level and birth that thing in the earth that you are here specifically to birth so that it'll make it easier for them to wake up when they come to the point to where they're ready to come to their senses. Does that make sense? I hope so. I love you. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me and I'll do what I can to respond. I thank you for tuning in to this episode of Raw, Real, and Uncut. It's 48 minutes. And thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being a part of my world. And I look forward to seeing you all again real soon.